Hello YouTube, Parler, and Facebook. Happy New Year. It is now 2021. We are done with 2020. Thank goodness. So, I'm going to be doing 4 different videos. And this first one, and all 4 videos are about my thoughts on 2020. Which is probably pretty much the consensus of everybody watching out here. You'll be able to tell by the title of the videos when I do them what I think of 2020. But part 1 here is going to be about politics. It's going to be all P words, pretty much, politics, and we'll get into the rest of them as I go along. But this first one is called Politics 2020. That's what this one's about. So right after this, I'll be right back in, and then we'll be right with you right after this. Hello YouTube, Parler, and Facebook. And as you can tell by what hat I got on, what we're going to be discussing today, and that's politics. Well, on this video anyway. I'm going to try to get them all done so I can upload them today, since it is now New Year's. So, the politics of 2020. So we're going to start out with January, which is if everybody remembers, back in December of 2019, the House, with Nancy Pelosi at the helm, or at least she thinks so, or whatever, who knows, but it's about where the House, where Nancy is Speaker of the House, and it's Democrat run. So, the House decided they wanted to impeach Trump over bogus charges of Russia this, Russia that, Ukraine, all this garbage that CNN and all of them were spewing. And just to get it started off on the right foot, I think instead of calling them fake news, we're going to call them fake media. Because putting the word news in any of those networks is like putting an elevator in an outhouse. It just doesn't belong. So, we're going to call it fake media. And that's what we're going to do. So it started out where the House impeached our president over a so-called whistleblower, which, we never did find out who the whistleblower was, if there even actually was one. But they supposedly had this, the Democrats had this whistleblower, and it was damning information, and it was going to get Trump out, and yada, yada, yada. Well, I think the whistleblower was Adam Schiff's wet dream, because we never got to see the whistleblower. We never knew who the whistleblower was. But yet, we were all supposed to just fall in line and listen to what they had to say about Trump, the evil orange man, being in cahoots with Russia and all that, which was a joke. But anyway, so the House manages to impeach him without the testimony of the whistleblower. So then Nancy goes, it's a matter of national security. We got to get him out now. And this was, before Christmas. But they hurried up, rushed it through, and then she sat on it. Boy, I hate to have been that paper. But she sat on it, and she didn't actually turn it over to the House until after the New Year. So it went to the Senate, and they kept saying, well, we need the whistleblower's testimony. We need, you can't have a court without the special, without the, what do they call them, witness or whatever, the special witness. And, well, we never got that. So they voted not to impeach him. It was pretty much a majority Republican consensus. Luckily, the Republicans had the control over the Senate. So that went by the wayside. And Trump he might have been impeached by the House, but he didn't get asked to leave. He didn't get impeached by the Senate. So, moving forward to late last year now, late 2020, they started using the pandemic as a political tool. The Democrats did. And, oh, you can't get out and vote. You know, it's not safe to get out and vote, you know, because of the pandemic. We'll send you ballots. Don't worry about the ID. We'll get that later. You know, don't worry about it now. Well, there's just too much fraud in the election because, you know, by any stretch, if whoever is running for president, if they win Florida and if they win Ohio, they're gonna, you know, win. They're gonna win the presidency, whether they're, you know, going for a second term or incoming, or whatever. So somehow, you know, well, not somehow, but Trump managed to win Florida and he won Ohio by a lot. But then all of a sudden, the ballot stopped. It was late at night. And Trump was ahead in all these states. And then all of a sudden, overnight, the next day they started counting again. And all of a sudden, it was Biden, 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 Biden. You know, all these votes came in for Biden. And you know, there's just no way that he could have possibly won by that much. But, with that being said, we'll just see what happens January the 6th. That's, you know, our last hope if we, you know, want Trump back in, which, as you can tell, I do. But, so, here, let's put this, haha, there we go. If I can get it to stay there. Yeah, there. Oh, nope, it did not stay there. Dang it. But anyway, so after, you know, after the election, of course, Biden supposedly won, and everybody was falling over it. You know, and the Republicans said there's just no way. Because I mean, really, if you think about it, if you look at a Trump rally, who had thousands and thousands of people there, compared to Biden's maybe 50 people at his little drive-in rallies or whatever. He might have had 50 people there, but there was 200 people there because there was probably about 150 Trump supporters that were there to let their feelings be heard, just like they did during Trump rallies. You know, some of those left-wingers would get in there, and of course, you know, too many Trump supporters, you know, they definitely got drowned out. And that's why the election is the way that it is right now. It's just too much that happened, and there's proof. That's the scary part. I mean, unlike Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi and all of them, the Republicans had whistleblowers that came forward, and they actually, a lot of them became public, went on news medias and told what they saw, had video footage of a lot of stuff that went on, you know, people reaching underneath tables and pulling out suitcases with ballots, and truck drivers bringing them in from out of state. You know, you had all kinds of whistleblowers, but would anybody want to hear that? No. I don't know what's wrong with this country now. The fact that you can, if you have a whistleblower that's anonymous and you don't know who they are, then I don't know. That's just really weird. They wouldn't hear them. So now all we got to hang on to now is January the 6th, and we'll see what happens then. And so they politicized the pandemic. They politicized, you know, the Democrats did. They also politicized, you know, stimulus checks. Nancy Pelosi sat on them, and she came out and said that on TV, that she basically sat on them to, you know, to see if Biden got in, and then she knew that she could, you know, get it passed or whatever. But, you know, and the weird thing is if you listen to Joe Biden's older speeches when he was doing his basement, you know, his bunker little rallies at the drive-ins or whatever, you know, he said, I don't need your vote. I just need you to support me. Which almost sounds like he knew what was going to happen. I mean, you know, the guy never really got out and campaigned like Trump did. I mean, come on. And Biden won by that much. I have a better chance of sprouting wings and flying. But anyway, so we'll just wait till the 20th, or I mean to the 6th, and we'll see and what happens. But I just can't figure out why nobody wants to hear these cases, because there are witnesses. There's, you know, proof, video proof, which is a hell of a lot more than what the Democrats had during that farce of an impeachment. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do on the politics right now. So I am going to bow out for a second, and I'll be right back with a special thank you, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So what I want to do is I want to give out a great big thank you to all the frontline workers of 2020. The ones who were taking care of the sick in the hospital, to the police, to the truck drivers, to everybody that was an essential worker. I mean, all work is essential, but during these times, you know, like the truck drivers delivered the food. Besides delivering, you know, they delivered food and goods and all that stuff. You know, and of course the frontline workers, the doctors and nurses and all that, taking care of the sick, they deserve a big thank you. So all frontline workers deserve a big, hearty thank you. And from me to all of you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And to all the truck drivers and you know, especially the police, thank you for taking, you know, looking out for us. You're very much appreciated in this house, and I'm sure millions of other houses too. So it may not feel like it, but you're very much appreciated by a lot of us. So thank you very much. Okay, if you like this video, remember to first like this video, so I can kind of keep track about, you know, how many people actually liked it, and probably get a few thumbs down, how many people don't. And then remember to make a comment if you want. Keep it nice, you know, clean. Don't be racial or anything like that. You know, no foul language as much as possible. Doesn't really need to be needed. But, you know, leave a comment whether you approve or disapprove. That's fine. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I'm not a snowflake. But, so leave a comment. And then subscribe. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you hear. Because I got all kinds of videos. I got a smorgasbord of videos. I got politics. I got, you know, sometimes I just do blogs, you know, rant, rave about this or that or whatever. I also do a lot of kitchen gadgets. I'll review kitchen gadgets. I'm a big kitchen gadget and a gadget fan, period. So, you know, I review a lot of things. And then, of course, video games. And then, of course, like what we just did here, politics. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell right there. Hit that notification bell. So that way, if you do like it and you do subscribe, you'll receive notifications whenever I upload a new video. Hope you like them all. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Peace.